Just doing the final setup of the old Classic Weekend. Looking for some hell epic bikes, and there's a ton out here. So the hardest part is just trying to figure out where to go to next, go and have a yarn and try and find someone super unique to hear their story.
So we got the 1991 Yamaha TT250, MX Storm Ballards, and us guys at Dirt Action got prepared for this 2024 Conondale Classic Weekend. The idea was to buy an affordable bike that wasn't going to cost the earth to build, and then we could have a lot of fun on, and our friends could ride as well. So we called it the town bike. It's not the most powerful engine, or the suspension's not the greatest suspension, but it's a lot of fun to ride. I just did a lap of the Enduro loop, and I was having so much fun. Like I had it pinned everywhere, and it turns really good. And it tracks everywhere because everything you turn on the throttle goes straight to the back wheel and straight to the ground. It doesn't spin, it just drives everywhere. And after riding a lot of modern bikes lately, it's good to get back on an older bike. Like this is 33 years old. The smile you get from riding it is just as good as a late model bike because it's just different. It's a good feeling, good vibe. Yeah, it's a really good time riding the old girl.
96 KX125, took me about 2 years to build, and it just so happened to line up with this event, so I thought I might bring it, being my first classic. Pretty much did all full titanium, full PC parts, kitted out, easy clamps, a whole bunch of stuff from MX Store, the special edition rental sprockets and bars, tie coatings, lots of carbon all over the bike. So too far down the rabbit hole, but I'm happy with how it came out, and I pretty much just want people to see it and look at it and appreciate it for what it is. The reception for it has been overwhelming, to say the least, so I don't like being the centre of attention, but it's kind of put me in the limelight a little bit, but I like it. So I hope everyone likes to look at cool shit because I like making it, so enjoy it.
It's a 1978 Ancillotti 50cc CR Scarab, as in Scarab Beetle. It's a pretty rare bike. Generally they had a steel tank, but this has a hand-beaten aluminium tank that was reserved for their factory riders. I saw in 1977 as a 9-year-old in Cycle World Yearbook magazine, I saw a picture of one of these and I'm going, wow, look at that bike. Look at, well, why haven't we got these? And it just so happened I found one in Italy. And we had a fair bit to do with it once it arrived here. It was here in 2.5 days air freight. We've issued a challenge to the Victorians, a 50cc 20-lap challenge, and I'm going to smoke them, okay? Those Victorians, they got nothing down there, and we plan to ride it in Honda Classics events in the Hunter and Bulahdelah area. We've got 2 tracks at Bulahdelah. We've got the existing old Heaven track, and we've got the new Honda Classics track called Paisley Park, and I just happen to own it, and I reckon it's a pretty good track.
So this is my 1993 CR125. I managed to buy it for $1,200 in not too bad a condition, and thankfully had a lot of pro circuit stuff on it, which was really good. But other than that, the bottom end was stuffed in it, so I went from just buying the bike until this, a full rebuild. The tank had been sitting in old mate's shed for 10 years full of fuel, so it was either buy a new tank or make a tank, so I thought, have a crack at making it, and it's come up really good. Everyone seems to like it. Titanium pipe underneath there, all titanium bolts, 90% of titanium bolts. Ringmaster done the graphics up for me in a Coors Light style, mainly because I've seen an interview with Mitch Payton. He was talking about a team that never come to fruition, so this is my take on what he might have built.
It started as a stock XR600 farm bike. We modified it into a motocross bike. So with the Thumper Nats, it was growing in stature and it was becoming very popular to win. So Jeff Ballard approached me to ride the Thumper Nats, and he said, you need to ride one of these XR630s that he builds. So we had Carrillo rods, bigger pistons, different cams, all sorts of things. And it went like a rocket. Like it was a fast bike. Still whole shot against the Huskies and KTMs. I put CR forks on it, so revalved for the weight of the 630. We had to run heavier springs in the rear, different valving. Jeff got a special tank made. These have got air ducts down through it to get more airflow into the airbox. And it was a lot more narrow to ride with. So it just made it a lighter sort of bike to throw around. And it only had enough fuel just to last the distance of the races.